kosher. It's everything.
Hi,
Mousa, thank you so much to be here for being here.
thank you for inviting me.
Um,
You paid my ticket, thank you.
and the water, and the water. Don't
Yeah,
forget
okay.
about that. Um, One of the things I remember during, especially, I mean, I know this goes on, and I know this has been said in some ways throughout the film. One of the things I remember specifically from the last war in Gaza, which I don't even remember what it was called anymore, but I remember specifically there being. It's not just social media, but there was this war beyond what was going on the ground, but really of the narrative in online. Who's telling what story's true? And I would look at both sides, and you'd find two completely conflicting stories. It was amazing to see the differences and really facts that came from both sides. How do you manage that in your world? Do you just trust everything? If it's on Facebook, then it's true. Where do you get your truth from?
First, I don't trust everything I read in the Facebook because it's getting very personal. It's getting like, we're in Palestine. We all leaders. We all professors. We know everything. You can talk whatever you want with us in Palestine. We know everything. So they can say what they believe, or it's wishes. Sometimes they say what they wish. The story, maybe you hear it from somewhere, even neighborhood different than this neighborhood. Like, for example, somebody says, "Oh my God, what's going on? We hear like bombing." Somebody say, "Oh yeah, they bombed a car near our house." Somebody says, "No, no, the planes they shot." Blah, blah. They make it bigger and bigger and bigger. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes people just exaggerate.
Sometimes it's just a wedding.
Yeah, it's just like Sometimes it's a wedding. Yeah, yes.
How did you get involved with this film? Obviously, they were taking on a topic here that's so broad and so wide. How did you get involved with this?
I'm famous. No, I am a hairdresser, and I have friends, and I did movies before, like this. So through friends, they told Anat about me, and I had a page called Zaman Halla, like before and Zaman. It's like long time ago, and now, and I put my picture when I was a kid with hair and without hair. So, and I had a lot of followers, and I
How
don't
many followers do you have?
like couple of thousands and more, but I shut it down because I was so free to let everybody says what they want. So it was clashes sometimes, and somebody told me, "Musa, forget about it. It's not for us to be like this. Like religious people, non-religious people with peace, people against people they want to talk to the Israelis, people they don't want to talk to the Israelis. They were really clashes. We have like conflicts in the reality life. So I shut it down.
I'm gonna dig a little deeper, but I'm on Facebook too. I wasn't in this movie, unfortunately. They say, hey, there's this hairdresser from East Jerusalem who has a few thousand followers. I'm sure there's quite a few people like you, like that. What were they interested in you? What made you? What were they looking for you to give them? Do you think this could be your opinion?
Who?
The directors of this film.
Okay. Because I say what I believe straight directly, and I have no problem to talk to Israelis, to Americans, to Palestinians, even to. I don't mind to talk to my mother-in-law sometimes. Believe me, if I can. By the way, her name is Izdihar, and she named her Esther herself. She's from Brooklyn, from here. She's Palestinian, but so what they came, they talked to me, and I can say the truth. I'm not perfect, but I can say what's really in between. Like I don't take sides. Like I talk. I am Palestinian, but sometimes I talk about the thing as is, not because I am Palestinian. I sympathize with the Palestinians more than the Israelis. Sometimes I feel we all abused, we all used, we all victims for something. I don't know who's responsible for that, but seriously, our kids in the same track. Like there's no difference between Israelis for kids or Palestinians. They're kids. I mean, like they're kids. I mean. They don't have still ID to say who is Israeli or Palestinians. They're kids. And this is so sad. I'm afraid that it's a game. It's like just a game between people, big people, and we're toys. Sometimes I feel like sometimes we have hope and everything is going good. Something happens. I don't know who's responsible for that. So like I can say anything I want, and I really don't take sides because it's true, and this is the truth.
It's fresh and a good thing to see, and of course your sense of humor I think also adds a lot to it. Before I open this to questions from the audience, I wanted to know just what have been the reactions to the film. Have you gone to any screenings of this film in Israel, Palestine,
Yes,
anywhere
in
else?
Jerusalem, cinematic.
And what were the reactions? How did people take this?
Yeah, they asked things. But you know what? I was surprised that they were asking me questions and about life in Jerusalem, and they are from Jerusalem. Seriously, I don't know. Like there is something like one lady, she was so mad, and she says when I came late, okay, and she says no, I want to talk to you because I feel like I can't talk to you more than the others because of the guys. But I said maybe because I'm not politician, I'm just talking like regular. And she was asking me, can I come and buy stuff from your side? I said, yeah, why not? And then she says, يعني nobody will kill me. I said, I'm not responsible right now. I don't know. I can't say, I don't know. This is a question I can't answer. But I hope nobody kills nobody. Then I told her, I will come and take you. If you want, tell me, we meet, and I will take you. And she was afraid. Like she asked, she wants, but she's afraid. I said, I swear, wallah, I can come and take you. We go she wants to come to near Jafar and Beit Hanina. And, a lot of Israelis used to come to our markets and buy stuff. And I still go to Mahniyuda. It's anybody knows Mahniyuda market? We love it, right? It's nice. I go there and I speak Arabic. I directly speak Arabic to the people because it's not like I'm proud to be an Arab, but I like to be open. I like to be clear. Like everywhere I go to the Israel side, I start to speak Arabic. Like I introduce myself as an Arabic because I want to build the relationship. Like me, Arabic guy, and the Israelis. And seriously, in Mahniyuda, I have friends like the fishers and the vegetables people, and so she did not come. Okay, but they were asking me seriously questions like about our life, and it's just one street between us. I'm sorry.
A big separation. It's a one street, but a world away.
Yeah.
Let's take some questions, comments, or thoughts from the audience. I see some in the middle here. We're gonna pass around a microphone. Explain about your citizenship.
I am Israeli citizen. No, I have ID. It's temporary. It's like I'm resident, and I'm not citizen. I'm resident in Jerusalem. I can't vote for Knesset. I can vote for mayor. But we have we grew up not to vote because they told us not to vote, not to be part of the elections, anything Israeli election.
We have a question down here.
Oh, well, certain things that I saw. One, the woman who was with the daughters and they're showing the camera, she was in another film that we saw, The Land Without Borders, and that was very interesting, talking about like how would you make a compromise? Here you're looking for, understanding, but what would both sides compromise? That was one thing. The other thing is that I found a little disturbing. The guy with the piece, he was saying that that Arafat was killed like Rabin. That's what I picked up. I don't know if I heard that. And the third is, it makes me sad to hear that the father called his daughter martyr. Now, is that, well, she called it a martyr. So it's jihadist. Okay. So that's the translation. I just wanted to know that. So, would you like me if I send you a request?
Yeah, please. Why not?
That was the real question.
Yeah. I have
Get into your social network.
friends on my page, and sometimes when other people post something extremely, this makes me. This is the moment that I feel myself, the truth inside myself. Like sometimes I don't want them to see this, both sides. And for the first question, how we compromise, right? It's compromise. It's just you have to think. You have to accept the other. You have to accept that there is somebody else live in the same country, in the same area, and you have to accept him. So you have to. Each side has to stop believing that. I'm sorry to say they were sent by God and they have the right to stay, and the other side not to, because seriously, we're cousins and we think the same. Like, I'm seriously, like, when I talk to Palestinians, they think that this is the land for Palestine. There is no place for Jewish. When we talk to Jewish, they say this is land for Jewish. There's no place to anybody else. So when they stop thinking this way, they start to feel like we can live together.
You said you can go to Amman, and you
Yes.
said you can go to America, but
Yeah.
you're still staying there. What keeps you there?
I can stay. First of all, I talk too much. Okay, then I say I want to go there and here. Do you know what? This is exactly what we feel about each other, Palestinian and Israelis. Something bad happens, we start hate each other. Something good happens, we start love each other. It's like hate and love, like me and my mother-in-law. We love and hate relationship. Okay, me when I get angry, I hate this freaking land. I want to go out. But we have the same. Seriously, we have the same feelings about. I was talking to Yara, and I told her I don't want to say Israel or Palestine. We say the blood, and we discovered that the Israelis they haaretz, right? So it's the same. So we have the same feeling about haaretz. Like we go back there and we feel the same. The weather, the country, the history. We have the same feelings. What makes me stay outside? I don't know, because I never lived outside. I did not experience myself if I can stay, or I say, but I never did.
Just wait for the microphone.
Do Israelis and Palestinians talk to each other on Facebook? Are the languages the same that they can understand each other?
There's an automatic translate option on Facebook, so that makes it one step easier. Though it's not perfect, but what are your averages? How many Israeli Jewish friends and how many Arab friends do you have?
Oh no, I just have a few Israeli friends, and most of them we start to be friends from the makeup course I did in El Maquillage in the mall. My daughter wanted to learn makeup, so I joined her because she's lazy. She made me pay 32,000 shekels for 1 year, and I joined her because I want to go with her. Honestly, when I met the Israelis there, we got so close, and I did not feel anything different. I did not feel like I'm talking to aliens or somebody. Seriously, we have something in comments more than me and the Libyans, maybe, or maybe me and the Iraqis, Arabs. I don't know. We eat the same food almost. We say the falafel belongs to us, and you say falafel. No, it's okay. You have a green falafel from inside. We have a green yellow falafel from inside. So you use more parsley. You're generous more than us. I don't know, falafel for you, falafel for us. Who cares?
I think now the other side always
It's like
likes
muscle. It's like I don't know, something can make our life better. I don't know. It makes gas.
Yeah, well, the fight is really about the hummus. Falafel, I think we've already decided, but
Seriously.
hummus, who's that?
Like sometimes they busy on the Facebook. Look at the Israelis. They have sandwich with the Israel flag and falafel. Our falafel. And we make it like bigger. This is our falafel, and this.
But I think it was the pasta
Take
that you
the
were
falafel,
making.
give us
The
Jerusalem.
pasta that you were making there in the film. That's
Yeah.
where that was some good pasta.
Yes, yes.
But the Italians have been complaining that you're stealing their
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, right. Well,
We have time for one last question. And just wait for the microphone, please, sir. Just one second.
Actually, I have questions of my own, but I don't think that you answered her entire question. The young lady that spoke asked you 3 questions. You answered 1.
yes.
Question number 2, how did Arafat get killed for the same reason that,
They say he was poisoned.
or they say?
I did not say. They say. In
My
the
question
media.
is, so I'm not going to get into a confrontational thing. Why aren't there more people like you and like other people that they showed in the movie that are willing to take a chance and maybe, try to have peace? Because I've seen both sides, and I've been there just this year.
Yes.
And there are so many things that they're not showing. It's not in this movie or it's not in another movie. And I've spoken to the other side of the, to Palestinians. I've been to a place where there's a hospital, for instance. It's called Save a Child's Heart. That's not even treating Israeli citizens. It's treating only foreigners.
Yeah, yeah.
And 90% of the doctors there are being trained by Israelis, and they don't, and there's Palestinian kids that they save and all that.
So let's get to your answer. Let's let him answer
Yeah,
this.
I will add that. What do you think about the Israeli side also? It does not get so right, more rightist, more.
You want to just give him the mic so at least it'll be recorded.
That young lady, the lady, not young lady, the mother said that, I'm hoping for my kids to have a better life in the future and that they should get along and all that. But in the meantime, if you teach a kid from day one, the Israeli soldiers are no good, shoot them or stab them or this and that, it'll never be peace like that.
Yeah.
The Israelis take the same thing up with the Arabs?
Yes.
I think that, no, 1 second. I don't think, can I, it's my microphone now.
Okay.
I didn't interrupt you, okay?
Please.
Okay,
But
I don't
because
think,
we do
in
wanna
other
move
words,
this
what I'm
forward.
trying to say with that is, I am not saying that the Israelis are always right or always wrong or vice versa. What I'm saying is that I don't think that in Israeli schools today, kindergarten and up, they teach somebody, to shoot an Arab. I mean, that's just it's a fact.
Unfortunately, there was a video. They're training kids how to shoot Arabs, and I saw it. And I'm sorry to say that. Listen, both sides are involved with this. It's a matter of the family. Like you come to my house, and there's a lot like me, by the way. There is a lot of Palestinians, more than you think. Okay, but they did not have a chance to talk to my like the opportunity I had. But
Sir, well, you could come. Wait, sir. I'm cutting you off, and sir. This is not. You could have a dialogue with him afterwards. Right now, we're in the group setting, so you got your question and you got your answer. So you could continue this later. So we wanted to hear you. I want
we'll
it to be heard.
together outside.
But we have to hear everybody. I think a big part of this is that really that one of the things that this film actually also I think emphasizes is that there are a lot of different voices, and it's not one. And that's actually one thing that's in some way stronger than the press out there. That there's not just one kind of Palestinian, one kind of Israeli, one kind of Jew, one kind of anything. There's just a lot of voices, and all these voices are in many ways connected. And I think a lot of them actually have the same goals ultimately in mind.
Seriously, I swear. There's a lot of Palestinians. They are pro-peace. What you see here, it's individual people. If it's they're even not organized. You know what? Listen, there's some people, that group, they don't want peace, and they go around they have to, and they know how to target the guys. They're poor, they're religious. They got them from the mosques, and they have nothing to do. They're desperate. They have sometimes mentally think, I don't know, desperate. They don't. They don't get good treatment, or they don't have money, they don't have hope, or he fell in love with someone. You know, it's tragedy. Sometimes they use these and they feed them with their minds, and they tell them, go, you go to heaven. You know, like.
Let's. This conversation can go on for a while. I promise. It's something that can happen. Let's continue this conversation tomorrow night here at Other Israel. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you all for joining.